Hey everybody, Randy here with Stay Broke Business Consulting. Welcome to day 39 of building $1 million business in 1 year. Today we're back with our monthly safety meeting. We have a demo that we're checking out a new camera today. We're going to go over some numbers, talk about some investment opportunities, talk about a few different things. So come along with us for the day.
Okay.
Of all things,
Yep.
that's the one thing I'm missing.
Is there a head for me to connect to?
A screen,
The screen.
a monitor.
I'm gonna give you both.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So list on this is 5,200. Again, list that's estimate at least 20% off of that, and then CS6X. If my tablet will work. Batteries and charger, or just the monitor?
It's mine.
Our August goal for this month, last year we did 230, 802, so almost 231. We're gonna try and, everything seems like we're mostly hitting about 30,000 more than we were last year, so we're gonna set it at 260 this month and see if we can hit that. This is that's a 1 ounce. This is a 10 gram, and this one just got broken. I think this one's a 1/2 ounce here, I think is what it is. Let's talk about the gold like we've been talking about. We've been trying to do a tip every month. This is gonna be our, kind of investment tip for the month. Gold is a good long-term investment. If you look at the numbers from August of last year, it was at $2,384. Compared to August of this year, $3,382. When I bought that ounce, last February, I think, I bought an ounce. I paid $1,980 for it. Now it's worth $3,300 and some. So that's just been over the last year that it's went up. So, but like everything else, it goes up and down. So you got to be careful. Like if you buy it and you're only going to keep it for a month or two, you might lose money. But if you want to keep it for 6 months, 1 year, there's a good chance that it's going to make money. They say that gold's going to reach over $4,000 by 2026 per ounce. So it's going to keep trending up. It's more and more expensive to get it out of the earth. It's getting harder to get. There's less and less of it. Diamonds, everybody wants big diamonds. Diamonds are junk. They look pretty, but they're not worth anything. Gold, they use it in everything. It's in your cell phones. It's in all the electronics. They use gold for everything, not to mention jewelry. So it has a real market value. You can look online and see every day, this is what it's worth today. One of the reasons you lose money on gold if you buy it for a short period of time is because wherever you buy it from, they charge you a fee to sell it to you. So if you buy 1 ounce for $3,000, they might charge you $3,100 or $3,100. So you pay a little extra. So if you don't hang on to it too long and you try and sell it right back, you're probably going to lose money on it. But buying gold for yourself is an option now. You can go to Costco, the grocery store, Costco. They sell ounces of gold there now at market price. So you can buy your own gold. It's something that, I buy it occasionally. I put it in the bank. I just know that it's there if I need it. I can take that gold and go to any jewelry shop, any pawn shop, and they'll pay me whatever the price is for that day. So it's a way to save money. You don't have to open a bank account. You don't have to give anybody your social security number. Nobody needs to know that you own it or have it at your house. It's a good way to kind of get money with nobody knowing. Save a little bit. But it's not cash either, right? So you're not like, oh, we want to go to dinner tonight. Maybe I go in and I take a couple dollars. You can't do that. You got to take the time, go to the store, sell it. So it's something that you're going to want to hang on to more and more. So that's my thing on gold. Is it the best thing to invest in long term if you're trying to be safe and you want a retirement you can count on? Probably not. Index funds and, there's so many other investment opportunities that are safe, that are consistently going to go up. But buying individual stocks is no different than gambling. A lot of people lose money buying single stocks, but if you're playing the whole market, it's going to continually go up that, 3 to 5% per year or whatever. And if you're doing that over 20 years, you're going to make money off of it. I like gold better. It's something I can touch. I understand it. That's my opinion. But as far as like financial advice, like talk to an advisor and get in an IRA or something long-term sustainable. There you're getting compounding interest, which is a whole nother topic that we can talk about one month. And I can get a printout on that. But the younger you are and the earlier you start investing into something like an IRA, the compounding interest over the years is absolute insanity. If you have kids and you can get them to start investing a little bit when they're 20, they're going to be, when they retire at 65, they're going to have millions and millions of dollars in the bank. And all they got to do is put away, $100 a month. It's very simple, but they have to do it when they're young. Now, if you go to start doing it at 35 instead, now maybe instead of 7 million, it's only 3 million. Then you go to 45, now it's 1.5 million. So it very quickly drops off. But like I said, we can go deeper into that. I'm just throwing numbers out there. They might not be factual numbers, but it's the general idea how it works. Maybe next month we'll cover index funds and mutual funds, because maybe it's not the right thing for you guys, but maybe it's the right thing for your kids, right? Because isn't that why we're all here working our butts off, is so that we can give our kids a better life than we had? So if we can teach them to be smart with money, which I wasn't taught when I was little, this is stuff I've just learned over the last few years. If I would have known that when I was 20 and had somebody telling me, no, you have to do this, and I knew that, I have millions of dollars in the bank, and that I don't have to worry about anything when I retire.
So these monthly safety meetings we do, they're one of our requirements with our clients. It's a OSHA thing. So we got to make sure that we have continuing education for all of our field guys. That's something that we've been doing for years. We log it. That way, if we do get a violation, we can show that, we're doing our part to educate them how to properly use PPE and go over different safety things. There's certain topics that we're required to hit, and then other ones that we just throw in that are applicable for our people. And doing it this way, it's been good. It gives us a chance to all get together. We always do it with lunch, or we'll do breakfast sometimes for the earlier meetings, depending on the time of the year. And then I've talked about it in other videos. While we were going through our changes, I could tell that the people were kind of pulling away, the employees were pulling away, and I was losing some trust. So one of our solutions to that while we were going through the changes was to start opening up our finances to them every month. So we do that. We go over our numbers every month, talking about where we are this year, where we were last year. They now know our expenses and some of our overhead. They see the money coming out in their new trucks, their new tools. So now it makes them feel a part of, and their bonuses that they get twice a year are related directly to our total revenue. I know a lot of people do it based off of profit, but the way I look at it is, if I decide to take some money that we made this year and roll it into a property, or I decide to buy a new vehicle, that shouldn't affect their bonuses, right? So if I'm not managing the money properly, I don't want them to get a smaller bonus because of that. So we do a total revenue. We have a formula that I've created. There's one for each position tier, from manager, crew leader, helper, different things. We'll put them in a different tier, and then we do a multiplier for number of years of service, and that's to focus on employee retention. I know during COVID, when it was hard to find employees, a lot of people were throwing all this money at hiring, and I decided to do the opposite. I threw all my money at retention, and that's how we kind of developed the program that we have now for bonuses. And I want to encourage longevity. We invest a lot into these employees, and the ones that have been here for a long time are way more efficient than anybody else I can bring in. So I want them to feel appreciated. I don't want to focus on bringing new people in. But what it does also is when we do bring new people in, now they have people that have been here for 5-6 years telling them about how good things get as they go along. So it gives them things to look forward to, gives them things to work towards, and it makes everybody feel a part of the company because they are getting a percentage of it. Every employee does. We'll give small bonuses out at our monthly meeting if we hit that monthly goal, and they know that that monthly goal is to keep us in line or higher to make sure that they get a better bonus than they did the last round. So they're working to get more money, and we're working to make sure we're continuing to grow, and they get to see it on a monthly basis. Since we've started doing this, it's changed how they look at me. It's changed how they look at the management team, and it's just changed their attitude and morale. It's really working. We talk about it every month. We go over any issues that there are, whether it's things on our side or if they're having issues with something. It gives them a chance to tell us in real time. Every month I try and give them like a financial tip or something along those lines. You know, like, for example, we did the if you make mortgage payment every 4 weeks instead of just once a month, that'll give you one extra mortgage payment in the year, and the amount of savings over a 30-year loan is substantial. So I broke that down into numbers so they could see real numbers, how it could affect them. That's just an example. Some of my guys are weary about certain types of investments, like more traditional investments, IRAs, stock markets, all this stuff. So that's why today we went over gold, the benefits to gold, and kind of how gold works. And it's something tangible. You can see it, you can touch it, but there's a real market for it that you can track on a daily basis. So that's something that they've expressed interest in. So we're trying to get to a point where we can get set up to help them find a good resource to, you know, buy their gold from and see if it's right for them. But talking to them about what their goals are, because if they're just trying to buy it and then they're going to turn around and sell it next week, then that's a terrible idea. So like trying to explain some of the nuances to it. It's not, you know, it's not the best investment advice, but for their situations and what they're comfortable with, I feel like it's a great starting point so that they can start to see some growth in their money, especially the money that they're having us hold out of their paychecks just to hold. And then usually they'll take it out for a vacation or take it out at the end of the year. And that's just money that we get to use however we want. You know, just like a bank would, we're going to make money off of it if we can, and they're not. So I'd rather see them figure out how to keep that money growing, or at least have it keep up with inflation, be a little bit smarter with their money. And the more comfortable they are, the better they're going to be when they're at work. So it's about helping them, helping their families, and in turn, they're going to help us by really showing up every day and giving it their all. So it's a give and take. Is it a perfect system? Not by any means, but this works for us. Right now, everybody's happy, and it'll continue to change. As things change, we'll continue to adapt just like we always have, and the programs will continue to change. You know, we try to add new benefits every year because we are still a small company. So every year we've continued to add more paid days off, and just different benefits that we can come up with to help them out. And we're going to keep doing it. We'd love to get to where we have a real retirement program, but you know, when you offer something like that to one person, you have to offer it to everybody, and most of the companies not interested in that. So it's hard for us to do it for just like half a company. It's the same thing with health benefits. If we want to offer health benefits, we have to look at how many people would actually use it. Is it going to make more sense for us to offer it or for them to go on the open market and us to do a health stipend? Like there's all these things that we have to take into account. And as we continue to grow and get more comfortable, we keep adding new things. So hopefully this gives a little insight to our utility company. Like I said, if you saw the numbers on the board, that's fine. We share it with everybody. I'm not shy about our financial situation. I'm comfortable with it. And I wish more people would talk more freely about money and how much they make. I feel like it would go a long way to help educate the next generation on the real value of money and work toward real financial literacy, which is a huge problem in our country. So that's why we do it. This is our slowest month of the year. And it's because of all right. This is our slowest month of the year, which is consistent with prior years. So our target number is significantly lower than, most months are, but that's all right. We're still doing more this month than we did last year at the same time. So, not a big money making month, but the growth pattern's there and we're ready for it because we understand our market and that it's nothing out of the ordinary, and making sure that the employees understand that too. It's super important. They don't have as many hours this month, but they know, that we track it all and we show them on the board. They can see that we're right on track with where we're supposed to be, and it makes them more comfortable. They don't get worried about whether they're going to have more hours or not. The ones that have been here for a long time have really gotten used to it. They like to take advantage of the slow time. They'll leave early. They'll take days off because they know that, between now and the end of the year, we're going to have some very busy months where they're going to be working a lot of hours. They're not allowed to take days off, things like that. So the new people, they get weird when we get slow, but the people who have been here for a while are able to help smooth that over. And it just all works because we take the time to track everything and make sure that we're hitting our goals and that we're continuing to grow. If you like learning about this stuff, then keep following. I'll do what I can to educate along the way, and I'm continuing to learn every day. So if you know something I don't, please feel free to share. Comment down below, like, follow, subscribe, and stay broke.